This video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. I'm an entertainer. The one and only ape father on the recliner. Wow! I got to tell you, I just been thinking about this for some reason all night tonight. It started with, I made a video earlier on Jack Black, how he was the spokesperson for raising money for, African children that, obviously they're living in horrible, horrible situations, drinking water with parasites in them, starving for food, no home, no shelter, and Jack Black was with this young African boy who was crying to him. The African boy was crying. He's like, please take me home, please help me. And Jack Black was just like, it's against the rules. I can't really do that. I'm like, what? Guys worth tens and tens of millions of dollars. He could have made a difference in that young boy's life, in my opinion, but he chose not to. But then at the end of that, he was like, please send in donations so you could please help these children in need. It's like, what about you, right? So, I just think about all the very rich people, the 1%, right? They don't give a shit about us, man. They want all of us to just disappear. They want to keep making money. They don't give two craps about us. Like, I remember this one time, Bill Gates, right? He donated, I never will forget this. He donated something like thousands of computers to like libraries all around the country. So at first I thought it was a pretty nice thing to do, right? It's like, hey, donated computers, that helps people. They go to libraries that have computers to use. But then what I realized was that the software that everybody was using, the operation system was Microsoft. It was, so it was Windows. And the search engine, it automatically directs you to Bing, Microsoft Bing, right? So in other words, it was basically just one big gigantic way for him to advertise his products. That's all it was. It wasn't a donation. It was a way for him to advertise his products. Now, I remember one time I was watching what's her name? Oprah Winfrey, and she was on one of her shows, and she says, "Guess what? Every single person that's in the audience tonight is getting a free car." And all the women were screaming and yelling, "Yeah, yeah!" And I thought it was Oprah Winfrey who did that, and I found out it was the TV network once again, just a promotional expense, to get people to watch Oprah. There's very few things in this world that people do unless there's some sort of a tax benefit or if there's some sort of a benefit for them. You follow me? A true donation is when you give and there's no benefit. To me, in my opinion, that's a true donation. You follow me? Like, I'm walking down the street, me and my wife were in Manhattan, and we saw, a gentleman. He was homeless, sleeping on the floor. And I just went over to him, and I gave him, it was like $40. I gave him 2 20s. I put it in his hand. I said, God bless you. That's a donation. You follow me? Not something where like Adam Aaron does. Remember when he gave the $1 million in charity and then he gets the 501 tax benefit? Look, I'm not trying to take away any form of charity. God bless anyone who gives charity. But when you're getting something in return, you know what I mean? He's getting now that $1 million, he gets to write off on his taxes. I just feel like the 1% doesn't give a shit about us. Could you imagine if I was like Elon Musk? If I had $300 billion, forget, you don't even want to know what I would do. I would just walk to people's houses. I'll knock on their door. People that were in very hard, positions. I say, here's $100,000. God bless. I'll change their whole lives. And it's like, you know what? It means nothing to them. It means nothing to them. And you never see people do things like that. You never see it. It's always for some tax write-off. It's always for some benefit to themselves. There's very few people that have good hearts in this country and in this world, and it's really sad. So many people. It's just they say it's like a dog eat dog world. It's just cutthroat. Everything is cutthroat. Everybody cares about themselves. And I don't want to be a person like that. I don't want to live my life like that. I want to help people. And I've always helped people my whole life. Me and my wife, we're big animal lovers. We've helped many, many animals. We we donate money to various charities throughout the year, and I help my ape family. I want to make it so not only for me, if I become successful, if I become famous, I want to make it for you. I know you don't believe that right now, but it's the truth. I want all of us to be successful, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. But I just think we're putting too much faith in people that don't care about us. You understand? Gary Gensler, they don't care about us. The government, Ken Griffin, he definitely doesn't care about us. All these people shorting AMC. So that's what I'm trying to be able to say. I want to do something monumental. I want to do something amazing so I could get a voice for us, so I could get a voice against corruption. All right. But, it's terrible to think about all the wealth. We're like the wealthiest country in the world. Think about all these billionaires out there. They can't just help people in need. It's terrible, right? It's a horrible world. It should be a world filled with kindness, generosity. Just very few people have a good heart. Very few people.